Back with our live coverage of Future Proof. As you can see, as the day is going on, the sunglasses have to come on. For me, because the sun is coming right over here, but not for my guest, Martine Lellis, who's principal and director at Mercer.
Mercer Advisors. Yep.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us. Apologize for the sunglasses. I'm not trying to be too cool for school, but I also need to be able to see, and that sun is blaring. It's beautiful here in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, beautiful and warm.
Absolutely. This is my first conference I've ever covered where I need to wear sunglasses and sunscreen while I'm actually covering the conference. I love it. This is fantastic. Are you having a good conference?
I'm having a great time. I just got in last night, so really first moments today, but it's really fun to connect with those of us that are very supportive in our industry. So it's
absolutely.
A good time. Yeah.
All right. I might need to get like a visor in a moment. This is like some crazy sun coming in. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, so we were talking about what we're going to talk about, and I think we landed on something good. We talk about this a lot on goRIA, which is how can you go RIA? And there's really two main ways. You can either build your own firm or you can tuck into an existing firm. And for you Seinfeld lovers out there, you'll remember the very famous episode where George Costanza's at the hotel with Jerry. Should he tuck or not tuck? So we're going to talk about exactly that.
Great.
So give us a little background. When an advisor, you've been in the RIA space for
23 years.
23 years,
yeah,
okay.
A long time.
So what are the things advisors want to think about when they're evaluating, should they build their own? Fantastic. Live television. Very minimal situational awareness.
We didn't invite him, did we?
That's awesome. What should advisors be thinking about if they're making that decision, that first part of that decision tree? Should they build their own firm or tuck into an existing one?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. I think that most advisors come into this business because they really care about helping clients.
Yes.
And really care, and we think about it as building economic freedom for our clients. But I think it depends. If you're thinking about you want to get back to serving your clients the majority of your time, then you maybe want to consider joining a larger firm or a larger platform that has a lot of resources already there in place to support you. If, for example, you have a dream of owning your own business and of wearing all the hats that it takes to be that business owner in the RIA space, then perhaps going out on your own.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to sum it up. So, very few advisors, I think, really want to do the business end of the business. I did, that's how I chose to go RIA, but I really love that side of the business. But I think the majority of advisors love serving their clients. They want to do what's best for their clients, but maybe within the broker-dealer they're currently in, they're feeling constrained. So I think in comes a firm like Mercer, right? So
That's
you
right.
could go independent, be an RIA, but will they lose anything that they would have at their former broker-dealer? I don't think so.
I don't think so, and in fact, there's a lot of things that actually could get better because a lot of companies like Mercer Advisors have platforms that can really support the advisor in growth, for example. So they might have dedicated sales professional, dedicated marketing resources that can really help to leverage and win in the market. But then also on the advisory side, just do they have estate planning in-house? Do they have tax planning in-house? Do they have financial planning support so that the advisor can really get back to spending 80% of their time really sitting across from a client and helping them solve the most complicated challenges in their financial lives.
Right. So almost like the best of both worlds, right? So you could be an advisor, you could be a full-on fiduciary, but still have the support of a not small firm. Like Mercer's not a small entity,
That's right.
Of course.
That's right. We have 350 plus advisors now that are working under the Mercer Advisors tent, so to say. We're around a lot of tents today, so
we could use a tent right here.
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
like flying. Yeah,
exactly. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey of both kind of growing inorganically, finding the next best partners, which is what I focus on pretty much all day, is thinking about how do I find the next best partners to join Mercer Advisors, but also organically, and we've been accomplishing great organic growth in helping to bring those new clients on board, which is a testament to the sales and marketing that I was talking about before. That actually helps an advisor who maybe is more service-minded and maybe not as, not the hunter-gatherer that is going out and finding that next new client. That's not what really excites them every day.
Right.
But they want to sit and service and mind their clients. We can actually propel a lot of growth in that situation as well.
All right, that sounds good. So as we were talking a little bit earlier, the audience here at goRIA are advisors looking to, go RIA.
Yeah.
What advice would you have them when they're starting off on that decision tree on which way they want to go? And as I like to say, if they want to tuck in, which is what most advisors will end up doing, right? You're not going to have 13,000 advisors all building their own firm, probably not. But you're going to see a lot tucking in. So if they want to go the wirehouse route, as I like to say, there's probably 4 or 5 good choices. If they want to go the independent broker-dealer route, there's maybe a dozen, maybe one less now, the Commonwealth and LPL, so maybe 11 good choices. But if they want to go RIA, there's a couple of hundred decent choices that are firms that are looking to have advisors tuck in. How do they start parsing through that? Because they really can't do due diligence on 100 different firms, right?
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, the landscape has really changed. Probably even just 5-6 years ago, there might have been a dozen well-capitalized buyers in the marketplace, and today we probably have 60 to 70 well-capitalized buyers in the marketplace that truly have an inorganic growth strategy or want to have an inorganic growth strategy.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really important to understand, who's been doing this a long time. We've done 107 partnerships since 2016.
Wow.
So having that level of experience behind us really backs our ability to deliver. So I think asking those types of questions, I think cultural fit is absolutely kind of the primary thing that you should be thinking about. Are these people that you want to work with and grow with over time? I mean, critically important.
That sounds good. All right, and one last piece of advice that you should perhaps share with our audience. What should they not do when they're seeking a partnership with a new firm?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question. I mean, it's hard to make massive mistakes. I mean, in the sense that if we are all very like-minded and thinking about, we want to do, number one, what's best for our clients, and equally important, what's best for our people internally. If you've gotten that right, that's a really, really good start. But I think in terms of making mistakes, it would be thinking that you want to take some of those hats off, and then you realize later, those weren't the hats that I wanted to remove.
Right.
I want to be CEO and CFO and COO and all of the different variety of roles. But I think if you are the type of person who believes that a partnership and a group of people are going to be more powerful overall in the long run than any one individual, then I think thinking about tucking in is a really good opportunity.
All right, well, Martine, that's a great place to put a pin in it for today. Thank you so much for taking some time.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to continue the coverage. I think you see me put on the sunglasses. Next, I'm going to have some sort of hat because this sun is coming right into my face. It's an absolutely beautiful day in Huntington Beach. So if you're not fortunate enough to be here live with future proof, I should say, follow us on Investment News. We're going to continue the coverage today and tomorrow. We'll see you in about 35, 40 minutes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
and Martine,
you.
thanks again.